I remember back in Nigeria when I was learning how to do makeup. Even after our graduations, I did not even know how to draw eyebrows. Makeup is not just an art, but there's a lot of money in makeup. I made my first 2 million at the age of 20 just for
Wow.
makeup. So when I started it, they used to pay me 3,000. I was like, but when I took it seriously and like I was like, this is what I want to do, this is what I should live on, then I started making money from it. Okay, there was this client again. I have a lot of examples. There was this client I went to do her makeup in Boya. This client this client threw my money on the floor.
Whoa.
Yeah, I left Limbe. I went to do her makeup in Boya. She threw my money on the floor because she said I was so expensive just because I added 2,000 for my transportation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Clicks of Influence podcast. And my name is Bertrand Awa, and I'm going to be hosting today's episode. And today we're going to be discussing something very, very important, very amazing. And we have with us one of Cameroon's finest, all right? She is a professional makeup artist, award-winning, and her name is Chelsea. She's here with us, and today we're going to be discussing on how to be successful as a makeup artist. And of course, we have Chelsea here, and of course, I just want to find out from you. Start by introducing yourself. Who is Chelsea?
Okay, so I'm called Ojong Chelsea, the CEO of Chelsea's Makeover. Based in Limbe. My studio is in Limbe, but currently I'm in Dubai. So Chelsea's Makeover has been existing for over 7 years. It all started in a small corner of my house, just beside our gym, because we have a gym in our house.
Okay.
I remember I could just put, I just used to put a long bench and my students would sit there.
Wow.
And after some time, I saw when I started having more students, then I had to expand. So Chelsea's Makeover has trained over 60 students.
Wow.
Whom I would say amongst those 50, 60 students, maybe the 10 people who are serious, they are making it big time. I have this my student in Douala. She's called Blanzin. She's doing an amazing job. I have a student in Canada that's what she does like for a living. I have one also in Turkey. I have one in is this Saudi Arabia? I cannot. It's an Arabic
country.
Asian country.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Chelsea's makeover do is that I don't train students and just let them go like that. Like I said earlier, whenever I train them, I take them out to work with me so they can also create their market. I give them the opportunity to talk with people, get their contacts. Like in case they need you, they are going to call you. So I'm not just there to get money from them and then just say, okay, I'm a makeup artist. I make sure that they achieve why they came to me.
You.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I've done makeup for over 36 movies in Cameroon.
Wow.
Yeah, with some prominent movies like Fisherman's Diary, Half Heaven, Fourth Generation, The Untold African Story, which is coming on your screen very soon. It was produced by Witty. I don't know if you know Witty, the Cameroonian artist. We have a lot of them. Yeah. So, and for the the artists I've worked with, I cannot really mention their names all, but I've worked with Blaze B, I've worked with Sisi Panchak, I've worked with Mr. Liu, I've worked with Asaba. I cannot mention their names, so a lot of them.
Amazing.
Yeah, and about my awards, I cannot mention their names as well, but I think I have over 9 to 10 awards since I started my journey as a makeup artist.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're the right person for this particular episode of the podcast because we're looking at how someone can become successful as a professional makeup artist. And my very first question is to you, what is makeup?
Okay, so thank you very much for the question. Makeup is an art. Yeah, makeup is an art because it's all about drawing, trying to make someone look like another person. So we know in nowadays most people don't feel confident with their natural look anymore. So we are just there to use just our talent and a brush to enhance their beauty. So that's
Okay.
basically what makeup is all about.
Okay, so makeup is just enhancing beauty
Yeah.
or changing someone to another person.
Yes.
Wow.
That's all makeup. That's what all makeup is all about.
Okay. Wow, amazing.
But I learned makeup in Nigeria. I learned makeup just for 6 weeks. It I'll say that I knew nothing about makeup even after learning for 6 weeks, but I took it upon myself to be consistent, learning on my own. And when I came back to Cameroon after my classes, everyone in Cameroon was doing makeup.
Oh.
I remember one time I went to the market to do makeup and someone told me she wanted to do makeup for 500, 500 francs.
Ah,
Meanwhile, I learned makeup for 200,000 francs in those days.
okay.
So I felt discouraged until there was this Mr. Alex. He was the president of Cameroon film industry 3 years
Okay.
ago. So he contacted me on Facebook, my Facebook page, that he wanted me to do makeup. I think my first makeup, SFX makeup I did was on Askia's video shoot titled Let's Talk, when the crisis all started.
Oh, wow.
So it was very tough for me because then I didn't have the the things to use, like fake blood, liquid latex. Those are the things we used to do SFX. So I had to improvise by using normal flour we use in making puff puff. I
Wow.
used other things to do my blood and it came out successfully. So the video had a lot of views that year, and I think that was when I started becoming famous. Then I was like, okay, let me take this to another level. And then I had another, I think my first makeup award was with Ambi in one of his songs titled Deception. Sorry. It was
Okay.
still about the ongoing crisis in
Crisis.
Cameroon. Yeah. So he asked us to do a makeup talking about the song, and maybe on a client or on yourself, and then the highest views is going to get the money. I think it was a collaboration between Five Collins and Ambe. So I had over 200 million views, if I'm not mistaken. So I
Whoa.
got the award, and that was how I started becoming famous, famous, and famous. So I think
Whoa.
it's just about consistency and
Okay.
getting in contact with the right people, because I believe there are a lot of people there who, I don't want to say they are better than me, because everyone is better in their own way, who
That's
are
true.
doing, they are doing amazing, but they don't know them, maybe because they are not targeting the right people, like maybe the right photographers,
Mm-hmm.
the right people in the industry and all
Like
that.
right positioning.
Yeah, that's why sometimes they used to say I'm doing chook skin, but with this business, you have to do chook skin. You have to tag them, you have to meet them, you have to show them your work. This is what I do. How can I
Okay.
get to you? At times, I remember I did makeup for free for more than 7 months.
Whoa.
Yeah, sometimes I'll pay transport. I'll leave Limbe, I go to Boya, do it for free. There was one video shoot I did for 3 days consistently. I was thinking that they'll give me even 5,000 for transport, but they didn't give me anything. I was so mad. I wanted to stop, but that was my breakthrough. Yeah,
Whoa.
that's why they say when the trials are getting more serious, that's when your breakthrough comes. I think it
Comes.
was after that said that I got the biggest. I think it was the Fisherman's Diary. Yes. After that, and then I wanted to stop doing makeup, but when I got the call, and I was just like, okay,
Let's
oh,
keep
yeah,
going.
let's just keep going.
All right, Chelsea. See, I know you've worked with a good number of producers, a good number of artists in Cameroon, out of Cameroon. Can you just tell us, have you collaborated with photographers, videographers, and other creatives?
Yeah, I have a lot of them. I collaborated with 44 Pictures some time ago. Collaborated with Dr. Ray, GX Short, a lot of them, and it was amazing. But they usually come with a concept, and I try to recreate my own. Since it was all about, like I said earlier, makeup is an art.
Definitely.
If a photographer comes with his concept, I have to develop my own concept that will align with what he has, so it will be something different.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
collaborating also boosts my makeup career, because when they tag me, a lot of their followers see and they get to me
Get to
and
follow
all
you
that.
as
Yeah.
well. Wow, wow, wow. And what were some of the challenges you faced, collaborating?
Mm, I would say that since I was still starting, they will try to compare me with others that have been there before. Maybe, like we have different techniques of doing makeup. Like, for example, some people start doing makeup by maybe applying foundation, others starts by applying eyebrow. So my starting is always crazy. They always feel like, what did this girl do? So I always start in a way that you never understand
Understand where you're
how.
heading
Yeah.
to.
So there was this photographer I was collaborating with. I think I had to draw a skeleton on the face of a client.
Okay.
So when I started, it was looking so rough. And I heard he was mimicking with friends. I was like, big girl, you do now it's but after some, I think he left. They were still trying to build a stage. So when he came back, he was really, really impressed. So
Wow.
I think that was one of the challenges I faced when I was collaborating with the photographer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So tell us your creative process. How do you relate with your clients? If someone gets you to you as a client, right? What are the steps you take to make sure that the client works with you?
Okay. First of all, I'll do a consultation with the client, like ask the client the kind of makeup he or she wants. Sometimes even guys contact me for makeup, like for maybe special effects. Some people used to fake bullet wounds and fake maybe bike accident, maybe to ask money from their family back home. So I used to consult, like, what kind of makeup do you want? Is it beauty makeup or special effects? If it's beauty makeup, I try to ask maybe their skin tone, try to know what kind of skin they have. Is it dry skin, oily skin, or combination skin? And
Wait,
then
wait. There's something you said. There's something you said. I think we should talk about that. You said some people actually fake,
yeah,
accidents, bike
yeah,
accidents, to send pictures back home so they can send the money.
yeah, or maybe
Wow,
in Europe. Yeah, I had a
that's
client
serious.
that yeah, there was this
That's
client I had in Limbe. I think I I charged her 100K for the makeup
okay.
because I had to do it every Friday. So there was a standby nurse that comes to dress the fake wound that we normally create. So yeah, I used to ask, what kind of makeup do you want? Is it, some people used to fake beating, like they have been punched on
Whoa.
the eye.
Guys, you just got that. If you're in Cameroon and someone abroad tells you that they're not feeling fine, they had an accident, you have to be careful. If you
Yeah,
have a friend, you can just send to check, yeah? All right,
yeah, that's
Chelsea,
it.
tell us.
Yeah, so if it's beauty makeup, I examine your skin tone, making sure that your skin is okay. Then I can send you my price list.
List,
Like,
okay.
some clients propose the kind of makeup they want. They come with a look. But what I normally do, I prefer clients coming with their look. But
Okay.
I don't like using their products because at the end of the day, some clients might say, I'm from America, this is MAC, because MAC is a very good foundation, but maybe they have been using it for a long time because with makeup products they have
Expiry
expiring
dates.
dates. So you could come with maybe a foundation that has expired, because according to makeup tips that I know, foundation is not supposed to exceed more than 6 months. So maybe a client might come with a very good foundation, but then it's maybe oily because it has expired.
Expired.
So when you use it on the client's face, the client will be like, you didn't do my makeup very well. So I like using my products. Even if a client comes with her product, I'll behave as if I'm using, but I'm not using. So I'll try to use my own. So yeah, that's another step. And then after sending my price list, maybe the client will choose what he or she wants. And I don't know if I'm meeting the person or the person is coming to
Coming
my
to you.
studio. Yeah, just like
Okay.
that. But I
Okay.
make sure the client is very comfortable.
Comfortable.
But one thing I learned about makeup is that you have to be very, very patient, because you meet clients that we have about six types of clients. There are clients that when you're doing the makeup, they're either bending their head, maybe pressing their phone. You have to be pulling their head up,
Neck.
their neck up,
All
which
the
is
time.
which is a little bit disrespectful for the client.
Uh-huh.
But there are clients that when they come, that's when they want to eat maybe granite,
Everything.
anything passing on the road. So yeah, everything. When they know that when you're drawing the brush, you have to concentrate. There are clients that want to be talking. That's when they want to solve family problems. So at the end of the day, if you don't do it well, they'll say you're not doing well. So there was this client I had again in Boya. This lady, when I was doing her makeup, it was her wedding day, but she was
Okay.
the one cooking fried rice.
Oh, wow.
So she'll go to the pot, she'll put curry, she'll come back, draw
For the
eyebrow,
makeup.
go, but just like
Oh,
that. So it was
man.
so stressful. At the end of the day, the makeup did not really come out well. I had to
Yeah.
clean it and start all over again, because I just want her to have a perfect job. Though she wasted my time because I waited for her for more than 4 hours.
Oh.
So I had to clean up and wipe her face off, then start again. So I'm just trying to say that makeup needs a lot of patience. If you're not patient, you'll not be
It will
able
be
to
a
do it.
little bit difficult for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made mention of the fact that there are different types of clients, and I think you've just talked about one type or two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you
Yeah.
talk a little bit more about the other types of clients so
Okay.
that if someone watching, yeah, comes in contact with such
Okay.
clients, they can
Okay.
be
There
able
are
to.
clients. when you see a rich client, they don't talk much. They are
Okay.
always composed. When they come,
Wow.
they just sit on the makeup chair, you cover them, they start. They are just like, they don't even want to check their face. They just want to see the final results,
Look.
the final look. But others, when you draw eyebrow, they'll tell you, okay, because there are 6 types of eyebrows. So a client will come and say, I want this eyebrow with high arc. Meanwhile, the client has a flat face. So how do you develop an eyebrow with a high arc? So there's a lot of how do I call it, disagreement between the
Between,
two. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's another type of client, a client that wants you to develop what is not on her face. That's why when we are learning makeup, I used to advise that people come with different models so that you learn on various
Various face types.
face types. But the other clients, maybe moderate, I will not say poor. It's not good to call people poor. Clients that will beg you to do makeup at the bare minimum, they'll be the ones complaining, my eyebrows, this one is up, this one is down, I want high arc. Meanwhile, there are several kinds of eyebrows. So they want you to develop what is not on their face. Like I said, that's why most of the times I advise my students to learn on various faces, so as to be familiar with the different kinds of eyebrows that which are existing. Yeah. So the other types of clients. Okay, there was this client again. I have a lot of examples. There was this client I went to do her makeup in Boya. This client, this client threw my money on the floor.
Whoa.
Yeah, I left Limbe. I went to do her makeup in Boya. She threw my money on the floor because she said I was so expensive just because I added 2,000 for my transportation. So she threw the money on the floor, and she used an example on another makeup artist whom she has been working with, that even almighty, this person does not take this amount of. Yeah. So what I did was I also threw her change on the floor, and she said I was disrespectful. So I think that was another thing that got me really upset. I was like, this work is so disrespectful. And there was this client again that I was making her up in the botanic garden. She was so disrespectful. Like all those challenges would have pushed me to stop doing makeup. But then I saw that this was my own source of livelihood. I had to continue. And though I've never had passion for makeup as a kid, because I love dressing like a guy. So it just happened. Maybe it was just a gift that God was preparing me to like achieve. Yeah, preparing me for. Yeah. So that's it.
Talking about dealing with difficult clients, I know it's a topic for another day, but having a good payment structure where you say, okay, for someone to book, the person needs to pay
Upfront.
upfront,
Yeah.
pay like maybe 50% before, like when the person is booking, right?
Yeah.
And then pay another 50% on the day of the
Event,
day of the event, right? And most of the times, the having a good payment structure, can really help.
Yeah, true.
Can really help. But then being in an environment, let's say for example in Cameroon, it might be a little bit tricky because people will tell you, don't worry, when you come, I'll make payments. It's very important when you set strict measures.
Yeah.
When someone is booking, okay, this is
Yeah, I forgot to add that.
it's really important. But you can still tell us about that. What are the changes you've made in terms of booking your clients? What are some of the things that you put in place to make sure that you don't have some of the challenges?
Okay, so it's supposed to be 50-50, but I take 70%. And I
Okay.
always tell them it's not refundable.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had a client that booked me for her makeup. She didn't book actually. She just told me she was getting married. So booking is like maybe paying a percentage of it.
percentage
Not
and-
just saying I want to book you, then you don't give any money.
Of course.
So this client, I waited for her on the eve of her wedding day. She didn't get back to me. I was calling her. She was rejecting my call. So the next day, she sent me a message around 12 p.m. midday. Meanwhile, I'd been waiting for her like the whole morning. She said, in code, my sister, a friend, may come on village, go do the makeup. After after waiting the whole day. So I think
goodness.
that really pushed me to implement the upfront payment.
Yeah,
If you pay, you like if a client books me, you pay 70%, and I tell you it's non-refundable. Even if you have someone coming from where that's their business, I'm not giving you back the money. So that really helped me. I also do it in movie sets because we know what is happening in the industry.
Yeah.
So a lot of them, when they book you, they'll pay you maybe part of the money at the end. They will not want to complete. I've faced that a lot. So what I normally do is when I'm on set, When it's getting towards maybe 1 week to the end of the project, I'll just tell them I cannot continue if my full
Done. Your
payment is
full
not
payment is
done.
not
Yeah.
done.
So maybe just because each person on set is very, very important. If I refuse to do makeup, they will not be able to shoot that
Of
day.
course.
Because
Of course.
with movie makeup, there is continuity. We need to continue what we did earlier. It's not like we shoot scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. We can shoot scene 1, shoot scene 4, shoot scene 3. So I'm the only one that knows the makeup I did. I have to look at my phone and recreate the same
The
thing I
same
did.
thing.
So that's just my trick to make sure I get back my full pay. Because if I don't do it like that, they're going
At
to
the end
make,
of the day,
yeah.
you start hearing stories,
Exactly.
oh this and
And
that.
yeah, and even for brides, what I normally do is, because some brides, when they pay you maybe 50% or 70%, on the day of their wedding, they are so busy. After doing the makeup, they'll tell you, I'll momo you. That's all. So what I do is, when I get there in the morning, before I start doing the makeup, madam, my balance. You give my balance, I continue the makeup. If not, I have a lot of brides that did not complete their pay just because of maybe familiarity, or I go momo you
Yeah.
after, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah,
I
that's it.
understand. And that could really, being a creative, you have, it's a business,
Yeah, it is.
right? It's a business. And in every business, you should make profits.
Yeah.
You should be able to take care of your bills, take care of your family, take care of your needs, and of course, save, right? So when clients don't pay at all, like, um, you go, you do a job, and at the end of the day, you're not paid, or you get part payments, you go, and then to get the balance
It's a
is a
problem.
problem. It really, hampers progress and
Yeah.
growth. Now I want us to talk to someone. I want you to talk to someone who is passionate about makeup, who does not know anything about makeup. How can that person, start?
Okay, first of all, I'll tell the person that makeup is not just an art, but there's a lot of money in makeup, because like a lot of people don't feel confident about their natural face, so they always go for makeup to enhance their beauty. And let me just say this to the public. I made my first 2 million at the age of 20 just for
Wow.
makeup. So
Wow.
when I started it, they used to pay me 1,500, 3,000. I was like, but when I took it seriously, and like I was like, this is what I want to do, this is what I should live on, then I started making money from it. So what I'll advise someone who has no idea about makeup and how they can make money from it is, first of all, to be very, very, very serious. Like I said, seriousness, determination, patience, and most especially, you should be with God, because I believe that I'm not a church girl, but I believe so much in God, and I always tell Him to direct
And
me
you're a
to the right
Christian.
clients. Yes, I'm a
Amazing.
Christian.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I always tell God to direct me to the right clients. I think that's what He did, because the first big project I ever worked on was the Fisherman's Diary, because of connection. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. So I'll tell them to be consistent. And another thing is to post your works. I have over Facebook pages which I used to post, and clients get to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll tell the person to, first of all, ask yourself if this is what you really want, because I believe that nowadays handwork really pays. School no be scam, but handwork really pays. Yeah, so
That's very correct.
yeah, so handwork really pays. So I'll advise the person to know the importance of having a handwork, first of all, because having a handwork already makes you an entrepreneur, and most people don't want to work under another person. Like me, like as I'm in Dubai right now, it's really sucks working under another person. Yeah, so I'll ask
Okay.
the person, if you want to be a boss of your own. Maybe some people want to always be under some people for the rest of their life, but me, I don't want to be like that. So I'll try to tell her the basics about how you can become successful with makeup, like I said, patience, determination, consistency. I remember back in Nigeria when I was learning how to do makeup, even after our graduations, I did not even know how to draw eyebrows, because those people, there's a lot of tribalism. So sometimes when I do something which is not good, they'll laugh at me. I'll just get angry and I'll go home. I'm just like, so it was after I came back to Cameroon that life pushed me to
really
to
concentrate.
really concentrate on makeup and look at where I am today. So I'll encourage them to be. I think it's just about being serious, being consistent, and prayerful, and target the right people. Also, the right photographers. Yeah,
Okay.
people in the
Okay.
industry like photographers, directors, producers, and all that. I used to do a lot of trick skin. They know me. I will go and text directors, send them my work. They will ignore. I will still ask them for number. They will give me. I will text. They will not reply. When there is any makeup event, I will go and trick skin and enter. Just like
See,
that.
it's really really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're confident with what you're doing, and you know that this is valuable, because
Yeah.
makeup is really really important when it comes to the creative process, right?
Exactly.
For artists, musicians, for even for those who are into film production, right? When you come to them,
Yeah.
you're not just, you're bringing value, right? You're bringing value because makeup would enhance even their work,
Yeah. True.
right? And as you said, letting people know about yourself, right? Letting people know about yourself, taking your skill sets, taking what you can do to them.
Yeah.
It's really really important, and the role of social media is something we should talk about, right?
Yeah.
How has it been impactful to your journey?
Okay, thank you for that question. I would like to thank some people. Yeah, there were some bloggers that really promoted me. I would like to mention their names. You have Jay Martins, you have Batenina. Those were the people that,
Batenina.
yes, I
Yeah.
think she's currently in
I actually
Dubai.
share the same birthday with Batenina.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, so what I normally do is like when I'm on set, I post. I just go on my tag. I just check Cameroon bloggers. I tag them. I follow them and tag them.
Okay.
So sometimes when I tag them, since I just started, sometimes they will ignore, they will not respond. But after some time, they started posting, sharing with some other groups, maybe in Nigerian film industry and all that. So I think they really pushed me to being the I will not say I'm famous, but
Of course, you're
okay,
famous.
they
Oh,
really
yeah.
pushed me. They really pushed me
Ah,
to become who I am today, because each time those kind of people they post your work, especially J Martins, like it will really go far.
wow.
Sometimes we'll have 22K likes and how many shares. So once people keep sharing, people started getting back to me. I saw your post on this person's page and all that. So social media I think social media has over 80% of
Wow.
the work when it concerns makeup. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Because yeah, because when they kept on tagging and tagging and tagging and tagging, that's how people started contacting. Because if you are not on social media, how will people contact you? There is no way. Yeah, so it really played a vital role in my journey as a makeup artist.
Wow. And so if you are thinking of becoming a makeup artist, you have to consider being out there. You have to consider,
Yeah.
being on social media, sharing your work, letting people know that this is what I do,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So I know you've had your own share of challenges in the creative space,
Yeah.
being a makeup artist. I know you've really gone through your own share of challenges, right? But I would like you to tell us of an incident that was a challenge and that strengthened you and caused you to be a better you.
Okay. I have two scenarios.
Okay.
The first one was on a movie set titled Fourth Generation. So that was in 2020. That movie had over 100 casts.
Whoa.
Just imagine one person doing makeup for 100
100.
people. Though I had two assistants, but it was more about special effects makeup. Meanwhile, I was teaching them beauty makeup. So,
They could not
and
really assist, in that.
they could not really assist. I think I even fainted on set. They had to rush me to the hospital.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
crazy. So after that, I realized that I was a bit slow because they trusted me I could do the work, but I was slow. Let's say the first 3 days of the set, because I felt okay. I think that was my second set of working my first set of working as a main makeup artist. The other one I used to go like an assistant.
Assistant.
Yeah, so it was really, really crazy. It really pushed me to, sometimes I'll watch videos on how to improve on my speed as a makeup artist. Like that said, they were in the movie, it was just talking about war front with warriors, and there is no way I can duplicate the same kind of makeup. Let's say there are 4 different warriors in different countries. I have to do
Different.
different.
Yeah.
So it was very, very, very tough for me. So there was this day, after the day I fainted, the next day I said to myself that I have to do this, because sometimes it's because I didn't really get a good pay on the set. Sometimes it's not all about money, it's about recommendation. What would people take back home after seeing you
After
working
seeing
on the
your
set?
work.
So I also believe that on that set I think that was after that set, then Cindy called me, recommended me for another set, Cindy and Madden. Because though I felt weak at one point, then I woke up again, and then I was like, okay, let me do this. Because it's not just because I felt discouraged about the whole work and the pay I got, because it was really small. Maybe because I didn't know how to charge or something like that. But I pushed. I was like, this is not the time for money. This is a time for me to be
To
known. So
build.
I had to push and push and push. Yeah. And then, yeah, there was another one. I fainted twice. This another set because there were a lot of cast and I could not do the work on my own. So what I do is, each time I'm doing training for my students, when there is a makeup set, I make sure I carry about maybe 2 or 3 of them for their
Okay.
internship. Because what I'm doing on that set, I don't teach them on a normal. So I take them there, they watch what I do, and then they can start creating their own markets by themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what lessons did you learn, um, being on set, painting, getting up, getting going?
Okay, I learned that in life, I think nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Because even after fainting, they were like, "What's wrong?" When I took me to the hospital, I came back. I still had to do the work.
Yeah,
So
of
in
course.
life, no matter,
You
even
carry
if you
your
are
cross.
dying, yeah, even if you are dying, you have to wake up and then do the work and then die later.
Look at you.
Just like that. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
nobody really cares. I'll say that. Nobody really cares. You have yourself, you have your own, your future is in your hands, like they normally say. So yeah, I just learned to push that nobody is going to do it for me. Because my mom always tells me that if you want something, go for it. I'm not
Yeah.
the kind of person that I will not say I'm 100% independent, sorry, but I'm this kind of person that if I want something, I go for
Go
it.
for
Like I
it.
always want to push myself to achieve what I want to achieve. Yeah. So yeah, it made me to develop another push to push more.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
yeah,
push
yeah. To
more.
become better.
Yeah, to become better.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, and I also met a lot of people. Like you asked me a question, I met a lot of people whom I was still doing chook skin. Like, how can I get to this person? How can I do this better? I started talking with some other makeup artists who has been there before me. Even though there's always jealousy, this one will come and overtake me. So I just try to learn more from the people who were willing to tell me what I can
What you
do.
can,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was it. I'm not
Okay.
ashamed to talk to
Talk
people.
to people. Yeah, of course. You have to be open.
Yeah.
One of the things that is very important in life is you go for what you want, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you go for what you want. Okay, so now let's talk about the successes, right? We've been talking about the challenges and all. Yeah, I know you've had a good number of awards.
Yeah.
Counting maybe 8 or 9 awards thereabout.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
9.
So tell us about your awards.
Mm, the first award I got was for Pinot Riche. I don't know if you know about Pinot Riche. It's like the lady is in UK.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a philanthropic something. She's a philanthropist actually.
Okay.
So there was one time she organized something in Boya. It was more like an orphanage retreat. We go to there's one place they call Bukwai. We enter into the suburbs. We bring out children. We train them. So far I did an amazing job, and she gave me an award for because I'm a selfless person. Like I don't care
My
about myself sometimes. I just want to make people happy.
people
When people
happy.
are happy, I feel happy. So she saw the selflessness in me and the determination to see others smile. So I think that was my first award. And
Okay.
yeah, and then there was this Cindy's movie project Broken. I think that was the first time I attended an a premiere, sorry.
Okay.
So because of that, she gave us VIP ticket. I sat with those big people. That
Oh,
was in
wow.
2020. I think that was also an award for me because I just started because I started in
Yeah.
2019. So I
Okay.
think that was an award for me. Though she gave me a trophy for performing well, but then she rented a hotel for us. We sat on VIP tables with those big people.
Amazing.
Yeah, so yeah. So then the other award, I think I already mentioned the one with Ambe and Five Collins. That one was, it was money. They gave me money. It was not actually like a trophy.
Like a trophy, okay.
Yeah, the other one was in Douala Camo Fest, Cameroon, I think International Film Festival or something like that.
Coming first.
Yeah, I had another one in Red Feather Award in Yaoundé. Rest in peace to Pa Otia Vitalis. He was the CEO of the event. Then I had generally I think I have like 9 awards. I have for Beauty Door, Best Makeup Artist of the Year 2022, Best Educator of the Year 2023, Best I can't remember.
I
A lot
understand.
of
I
them.
understand so many.
Yeah.
All right, all right. And that's very, very important. You know, when your work is being recognized, right? It's proof of the fact that you are actually making progress
True.
and you are imparting others, right? I just we want us to talk again about this award,
Okay.
right? This is I can see Panache Door Award, all right, 2025, and the theme celebrating the art of beauty and power of excellence,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about this? This is
Okay. So Panache Dior or Panache Expo, it's a beauty award ceremony that we've been hosting since 2021. So the CEO or the founder of Panache is Eke Waters. Yeah.
Okay.
So that guy, that guy is as selfless as I am.
Yeah,
Like when he started
I've heard
this
so much
project,
about him as well.
yeah. When he started this project and then he got to me, I wanted to contest, but when he saw my works, he was like, just come in as a jury.
Oh, wow.
Because he saw that maybe he needed, I think that was just my second year as a makeup artist. I was not known like that. So when he got to me, we started talking. It was just about the barbing category. Like this guy will go to villages, suburbs, get children, they barb them for free, take videos and started posting them. And then he started talking about the event. So when it started, it was in Limbe. Sorry.
Okay.
We started in Limbe in a small, it was not even in a hall, it's just in an open place. When we started, we didn't have any sponsor. He had to do it from his pocket money, maybe from his, because he used to have a barbing shop in Boya.
Okay.
Yeah, so he used to maybe get money from there, try to organize the event. Yeah, just like that. And the second year it was hosted in Douala. Sorry, yeah, in Douala. That's when we started improving. The first year we had just barbing category with makeup, but the makeup was not so it was just something very small because they didn't have any awards for makeup.
For
It was just
makeup.
like a trial. So I had to talk to some other people in the industry to bring in the beauty category because there are a lot of girls that want to show what they have. So I think the second year we brought in the makeup category, we brought in hair installation and then other things. So since from then we've been having sponsors. I think last year we had a sponsor from Dubai, Life 27. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the guy had to send his manager from Dubai to
To
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah, so it was really, really amazing. And I believe that this year, like they used to say, it can only get better. So initially the name was Beauty Door, but we
Okay.
changed it this year to Panache Expo because I think Expo is something very big. We want to expand. Yeah. We don't
Okay.
want to limit ourselves only with beauty. We want to take it to another industry, like other things. So
Okay.
he's a selfless person. He wants to see others happy.
Wow.
He wants to
And that's
push.
giving back to humanity.
Exactly. So he likes pushing people to achieve their dreams, like barbers, makeup artists, hair stylists, and all that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, the registration is over already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we are just waiting to see who is going to bring back the trophy.
The trophies.
Because last year competition, the winner was supposed to come to Dubai, but I think she didn't want to come. But that was That was a reward for
The
the
reward
winner.
for the winner.
Imagine him taking someone from Cameroon
To Dubai.
right to Dubai.
Wow.
Free flight, like he pays everything. He accommodates you for, I think it was 3 months, and I don't know what happened. The lady didn't come to Dubai, but that was a package. So we don't know what will happen this year because it's getting better.
Better,
Yeah.
of course. It should.
Yeah.
It should definitely get better. Wow. It's been, you giving us nuggets. And it's such a privilege to have you actually here, Chelsea. At this point, just give someone like some advice.
Okay.
Someone who wants to be a makeup artist, someone who is, or maybe has been doing makeup but hasn't, has not gotten to a particular level where they can make money from the arts and stuff. Few words that can impact them, that can give them that push.
Okay. So if there's anyone out there who is an aspiring makeup artist, or maybe you tried before and you think it failed you, I'll just encourage you to keep pushing, because I also got to that point where I wanted to give up, but like they used to say, you know where you are coming from and you know where you're going to.
Yeah.
So just keep pushing, be consistent. Like I said, when you're about getting to the edge of a breakthrough, that's when you feel like giving up. So I would say that do not give up. Keep pushing, keep tagging the right people. Tagging the right people does not, you will not know who is the right person. Just go to, when you want to post, tag photographers in Cameroon, wherever you are, tag them, tag movie makers, just tag people. When you go, make sure you attend beauty events, maybe movie premieres, show them your work, get their numbers, text them, call them, anyhow you want it. That was how I achieved my
Just
own.
put yourself out there.
Yeah, just put yourself out there. Thank you.
Wow.
And also, don't forget the Jesus factor.
Yeah,
Always
it's very,
put
very
that
important.
in mind. Yeah, because without him, we are nothing. We cannot even succeed without him. So
Yes, very true.
just always pray and tell him to direct you or connect you to the right people while you keep pushing to. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Amazing. So, tell us about the trainings that you've been, organizing.
Okay, so far, Chelsea's Makeover has trained over 60 students who are doing well. The people who took it seriously. Yeah. So, but currently I'm in Dubai. If you need makeup, one-on-one training with Chelsea's Makeover, we're available. Just send me a message on WhatsApp or follow me on any of my pages on social media and get to me. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we've been discussing on how to become a successful and professional makeup artist, and we've been discussing with Chelsea. She's given us so much information, and I know that you've definitely gotten something from today's episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Right now, I'll just go back to you, Chelsea. Your final words.
Oh, okay. My final words are: nobody really cares about you. Like, I don't know how to put the statement, but just keep pushing, because if you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. Even if your parents are very wealthy, you have to make a life of your own by being pushful, consistent, applying the Jesus factor, and patient. Yeah, I would say patience too. Patience really matters when it comes to any handwork, because I believe even tell us to they need patience to do whatever they are doing. So.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, my social media handles.
Yes.
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook. I think everywhere is Ojong Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea's Makeover or Ojong Chelsea. Anyhow, wherever you type it, that's what
You'll be
you're
able
going
to get
see.
to you.
Yeah.
All right.
But for now, I've been calm because I'm coming back big.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm coming back big time. So,
Okay.
guys, just follow me on my social media platforms, and in case you need our services, we're available. So though I'm not in Cameroon at the moment, my studio is still running in Limbe. I have some people there who are working, so in case you need our services, we are there.
And if you're in Dubai, of course,
yeah,
you know what to do.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chelsea, for accepting to be a guest on the Clicks of Influence podcast, and I'm sure we will definitely meet again, because I know you have a lot to dish out, and we can also discuss on other topics with regards to makeup, with regards to creativity, and just how we can build the community and make other creatives better, right? And of course, just not just better, but become the best versions of themselves. And that was it, guys, for today's episode of the Clicks of Influence podcast. And we hope to see you in another episode. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not done so. And for those who have already subscribed, thank you very much and see you next time.